All right, folks, we are here and we wanted to let you know what we're doing today. That is, we're going to be looking at a property tour today. We're looking at a property tour today, all right? It's in a pretty good neighborhood. This is going to be the duplex and the triplex that my partners here are cash flowing on. So as you can see, this is it, right? You say, well, CJ, that's not really much to look at. People want to live here, which means people are willing, right, to pay real money to live here, okay? And you may say, well, CJ, what about tenants? What about toilets? What about termites? If you don't know what you're doing, right, you can't really do anything about that. But if you know what you're doing, if you're educated on how to take care of all that and how to hire a property manager or how to do it yourself, then you're set, right? Absolutely. So here it is, right here. Look at that. Awesome, right? Look at this. So we're just going to take a look around here, okay? And we're going to see if we can ask some questions, right?
This one we probably can just patch. But this, I'll leave it loose, so we'll just pop them up and clean them up.
This is a rental right here. Duplex that talks about.
We'll just take one from underneath there and open here.
This is the floor right here.
Nothing too crazy. Good morning.
It's not like you need to have the refrigerator tile, right?
Huh?
Right.
There it is.
Yeah, this whole section here.
This is the kitchen here.
I mean, yeah, we'll never find another tile, so yeah, just steal one from underneath the refrigerator.
You guys seeing that all right? Look at these walls here.
I mean, you can find similarities.
Yeah.
Hey, Eugene, how you doing?
Good.
All right, doing well, doing well. Look at this. Look at this room right here. Awesome, awesome. Right? People are willing to live here, guys. Too many times we think it needs to be luxurious. No way. All right? We got to get it up into safe conditions. All right? We got to clean it up. And people will live here. This is in Tucson, Arizona.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly. Yeah, it's identical on the other side. This is here.
I'm going to go through here.
Oh, really?
Look at that. Huge.
But
We got a pool here. Come on, right?
uh-oh, pool's already green.
There we go. Algae, baby. Hey, what's going on? Good to see you.
See you too, my friend.
All right.
How's married life treating you?
Oh, man, it's going great, man. It's going great. Good to see you. So right now he's going to be putting in, what is that?
Decided to go big time and
Chlorine?
Don't breathe that in.
Oh, it's all good. It's chlorine, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, chlorine, it's dangerous for the ozone, but we got to go ahead and put it in the pool here.
chlorine's not it's a natural occurring element on this planet.
Joey dropping some science right here. Look at this backyard, guys.
Look at it.
Look at this. Yeah, it's huge. It's a huge backyard. Awesome for
Yeah, apparently.
kids to play in, okay? Apparently not now, okay? We're not gonna have our kids play in this now, but they're gonna clean it up, guys, okay? And this is a hold. So they're gonna be fixing this up and holding it, all right? And I'm gonna be keeping you guys updated on the cash flow that they have from it, okay? And what they plan on doing with it. Just want to give you guys a tour. Look at this. Look at all of this. This is real, guys. Okay? This is a real property tour. I know a lot of times you guys see the fix and flippers on TV. I don't know if you guys have ever seen a fix and hold. Have you ever seen a fix and hold? That's what we're doing. Okay? That's what we're doing. Fixing and holding. All right? I'm pretty sure. Do you see that line right there? See what I mean? I'm pretty sure they got to go ahead and fix that, right? Look how low that line is coming down here, right? Now Ray is the fix-it man. Okay, so he knows what he's doing on that side, so they'll absolutely be okay there. Of course, you saw the green pool, right? Did you see the green pool? Did you see that? Let me go over here to the green pool, guys. You got to see this green pool, okay? This green pool is not to play with. Hey, guys, you can definitely comment, all right? Definitely. Ask me questions. Do you want me to ask my business partners questions? How do they plan on making money from it? How did they find it? You know, different things like that. I plan on asking that, actually. Okay. Look at this. Watch this. Green. Now you saw it here. You're going to see it turn blue, though, okay? As time goes by, you'll see it turn blue, all right? Absolutely.
That chlorine is heavy.
It's strong, isn't it?
Yes.
This is the storage room right here. And I just sneezed. Probably sneezed out that chlorine. Water heater right there. Washer and dryer. Oh, sorry. This isn't part of it, is it?
What?
The part of the duplex?
Yeah, it's a duplex. There's two sides.
Two sides? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right. Thank you.
All right. Nobody told me they were going to take them over.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Hey, it's live, man. This is live. Okay. Look at this. This is the bathroom right here. Okay. We got the bathtub right here. You know, that shower head, I wonder if it's like a massaging shower head. You know what I mean? Like one that's really, it beats down on you. Look at these old thermostats. Ooh, man. Hope they end up replacing those, right? But listen, it doesn't matter if they don't have to, and this is very important, guys. Very important. You may want, good morning, my love. You may want to replace the thermostats, okay? You may want to replace everything in here, right? But if they buy, if they rent, what do you have to replace? Nothing, because they like it as it is. Because you can replace something. Now, what if they don't like it? They move somewhere else, and you don't want that. So it's not about you. It is about them. It's about the tenant. It's about the client. What do they want? You know what I mean? That's where it is. So we have a carport here as well. So now, right now, the head guy who's in charge of the duplex and the triplex, he's going to be talking to his clients right now. And so, Joseph, are you going to be going back there, and what are you going to be doing right now?
I'm sorry about that. I did not realize it was going to stay there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we got it.
Oh, the chlorine?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you got to close it? I guess it's okay, right?
Actually, we should probably
Vent it out.
open.
Yeah, safety is a major concern here, so we have to go ahead and vent that out. You need me to open the windows? There we go. This is amazing, man. When did you guys close on it?
Monday.
Monday, man. Just this past Monday.
Yep.
That's awesome. How did you guys find this place?
Referral.
Referral, huh?
We're always looking for people, property, and money.
Okay. All right. So you put yourself out there.
Yeah.
I tell you folks, that's the way to do it. You gotta put yourself out there. All right. How did I find my first property? How did I find my first property? I put myself out there. All right. You gotta put yourself out there. Ray, Joseph, they're beautiful at doing this.
Everybody's early.
You know what I mean? You gotta put yourself out there. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all of these things. All of them. All of them. You got to put yourself out there. Look at that green pool, guys. I just can't get away from it. I know it looks gross right now. It looks super gross, but remember, that's not the way it's gonna stay, guys. Your situation may look super gross right now. That's not the way it's gonna stay. You're tuning into this channel for a reason, right? You want to get better at real estate investing. You want to get better at business credit. You want to get better at cash flow, guys. All right? Improvement is what it's all about. You're going to see before your very eyes, right? What was your name? Eddie. Eddie? I'm out. Howdy, howdy. Hey.
You guys just gonna stop working.
Now listen, most of the business that you'll see is something that I wanted to talk to you about is, you know, some deals are found and other deals are created. And you may find yourself creating more deals than you find, but that's okay, okay? Because once you know how to do it, it comes like clockwork, right? Remember, Joseph said he found this place through referral. So it really wasn't him that found it, right? It was someone else. And of course, they got compensated for that. If you guys give it out there to you all who have attended early in the morning, thank you so much for doing so, all right? Absolutely. If you guys find us a property, if you're in the Tucson area, if you're in the Phoenix area, if you're in the Sierra Vista area, if you're in Arizona, period, okay, or even where you're at, okay, wherever it is you're at, if we find a property and, or if you find a property and you say, hey, CJ, you know, what about this one? We look at it and we look at the numbers and we think it's okay. And then we close on it. Guess what? You will get a $500 referral fee. Now, watch this, okay? We don't actually buy property. Numbers. All right? That's what we buy. I got to say this again. We don't buy property. We buy the numbers, and you will too, okay? So if the numbers look good, we don't care how the property looks. If people are willing to stay, as long as we make it safe, clean, healthy, all right, make sure the air is clean. I'm an HVAC technician. We can definitely do that as well. They say, man, wait a minute, CJ, I thought you were a real estate investor. I am. I'm a real estate investor. I'm a realtor, okay? I'm a digital marketer. I'm a YouTube creator. I'm a writer. Okay, I've got a book coming out pretty soon. How to rob a bank and get away with it. Okay, it's going to be talking about the velocity banking strategies that we've so enunciated over YouTube. It's going to be great. Yeah, so you're seeing the beginning stages of the duplex and the triplex. And you're going to see the ending stages as well. That's definitely the goal. That's the plan, okay? To walk you through how they did this. We're going to be asking them questions and everything, okay? So we just want to let you know about that. Awesome. Awesome. So yeah, hey, now's the time to ask any questions. I can ask Joseph to see what's going on. Yeah, California is expensive, man. California is expensive, but you know what? You know what? Listen. Bean, Win, hey, Win, Real Ink. I want to tell you, California may be expensive, okay? It may be expensive. However, Darren Davis, Kendall Scott, my friends down there, they've made it work. They're fixing flippers, and people buy. People still buy, okay? No matter if it's expensive or not. And that's okay. You know, and there's different strategies that you can utilize. You can use the subject to strategy. You know what the subject to strategy is? The subject strategy is the mortgage stays in the original owner's name, right? But you're making the payments, right? So you're making the payments while they live somewhere else, and then you could actually rent it out, or you can fix and flip it, okay? Because still, you know, they're giving a portion of the title to you, basically, okay? So you guys have an agreement written down, and that's subject to, you can actually just make the payments for them if they don't want to make the payments anymore. And if it all works out, you could win, okay? So Win, that's another strategy that you could utilize. Yeah, the stay in their name though, but you'll be making the payment obligations, right? So that's good. And so as you're making the payment obligations, what's happening to their credit? You know, say they got, you know, bad credit. Their credit is going up and up and up and up and up. So it's a win-win. It's a win-win situation, okay? Let's see, I think I got another question here. Good morning, say, hey, good morning, Daryl. We're over here at 941 North Benton here in Tucson, Arizona. We're looking at a duplex and a triplex, okay? Is Detroit good? Is Detroit good? You know what, man? You know, Detroit makes me nervous. I've seen that whenever you're looking at a city, you got to look at their plans for the city. You know, if they plan on being another Silicon Valley, absolutely. But if they don't plan on doing anything, same thing they've done, no. So go ahead and look at, you know, the plans for the, you know, maybe talk to the mayor, you know, or maybe do your research and see, hey, you know, what do you guys plan on doing with the city? You know, are they going to be like they were in the 60s? You know, is there a visionary that's coming in and saying, hey, let's do this with the city? You know, if that's the case, absolutely. Maybe it's a good long-term strategy. But if they don't plan on doing anything except the same thing they've done, no, Detroit is not a good option. But if they plan on doing something different, if they plan on improving massively, then absolutely, Detroit is a great long-term strategy. But you got to find that out, man. I got to find that out. See what they're going to be doing within the city, okay? Yeah, guys, hey, it's about you today. It's about you today. What's your questions over here? Looking to buy my first property. What state is better, Arizona, Vegas, or Atlanta? I'm in Cali, all right. Yes, and Sharon, I would love to answer your question. I'm going to be answering your question right after Daryl's, okay? Looking to buy your first property. Man, congratulations. What state is better, Arizona, Vegas, or Atlanta? Let me tell you, Phoenix, Arizona is one of the sizzling 7. What does that mean? The sizzling 7 are the top 7 places to live for property, okay? That's got great resale. New home builds are going up. I'm talking about consistently. They don't even have enough workers, right? This is serious. They don't even have enough workers for all the buildings that they are building. And boy, they're building some great big buildings, okay? Phoenix is one of them. Atlanta is not, okay? Vegas is not, okay, as well. However, you can do your research. If you wanted to buy an investment property, almost anywhere is good to buy an investment property. So if you want to do that investment property, Atlanta or Vegas, I'm definitely sure you can absolutely do that, okay? You can do that. Is there a way of buying a flip property with money down? Well, let me tell you like this. I bought my flip property with no money down. You know what I'm saying? So yes, there is a way to buy a flip property with no money down at all, okay? Why? Because it doesn't have to be your money. It can be someone else's, right? Or if you have business credit, guys, if you have business credit, you can utilize that capital, okay, to put down on that flip. Absolutely. Yeah, so it doesn't have to be your money. Okay, it does have to be money, but definitely not yours. Okay, we have all types of sources to choose from. Okay, all types of sources. So, yes, there is. If you'd like to know more information, just let me know. Okay, CreditWiz at investorpro.org. Investor CreditWiz at investorpro.org. Okay, I can definitely show you more. Okay. Okay, we got questions coming in. We're just gonna go ahead and make you guys. Is that all right? Is that all right? We're at the property right now. We're at the property right now. Started at 9:02. All right, and yeah, we just had to wait for the guy who opened it up. All right. We're gonna make this about you right now. We're gonna answer your questions, any questions that you may have, and we want to do that here. Do I need to use vendor if I have good credit and collateral for a business loan? Listen, Benny, if you have good credit and collateral for a business loan, first of all, distinguish if you need a business loan or a business line. Okay? Distinguish that, because on the loans, they're going to trick you and say, hey, you only get 3%, 3% loan. Okay, right? But really, remember, the loan is amortized. Okay, the line of credit is simple interest. That means you're going to be paying less interest, okay, on the simple interest side than you would on the amortized, because that's what your loan is going to be. So make sure you do those calculations. Okay, ask the bank if it's amortized, that loan is amortized. If it is amortized, stay away from it, because even if it's 3% amortized, right, all you do in order to figure out what that would equal out into simple interest terms is multiply that 3% by 6 and then add a 0. And that's what you're paying in simple interest. 60% simple interest. Okay? Approximately 60%. But to answer your question, do I need to use vendor credit if you have good credit? I would definitely go the vendor credit route to establish your credit profile. If you don't have a business credit profile, you need to go the vendor credit way first. Okay, you got to get that business credit established. Why? Because the lenders are going to be looking at your personal credit, right? And your personal credit may be great. Okay, your personal credit may be stellar. All right. But guess what happens when you try to go and you purchase a business item on your personal credit? What happens come legal time? What happens come tax time? What happens when that business deal falls through? So will your personal credit, okay? And they will come after you, man. Absolutely. So make sure the business and personal side is separated. If you can't do that for now, the thing to do is to build your credit profile, business credit profile. I'm really leery against using the personal guarantee unless you are very, very certain that this thing is going to go through. Okay? All right. I'm really leery against that. However, if you're certain that it can go through, I believe in you. Okay? Go ahead and do it. Right? So, those are my thoughts on that. Okay? Make sure that you're establishing your business credit profile so that your business credit profile can stand on its own and you can get no limit cards like Christine, you know, different ones like that. So that's where I am on that. So yeah, if you don't plan on using business credit, yeah, absolutely. If your personal credit's awesome, go for it on the personal side. But remember, if it's a business that you're talking about, man, it's so awesome to do the business, to build that business credit profile. And yes, you have to start out with vendor first, all right? But you don't have to, okay? I mean, you got good credit, you got good collateral. You can go ahead. I mean, you can have a financing through. Absolutely, you can do that, or through whatever entity you choose. All right, Benny. I hope I answered your question. Okay. How can I get in touch with you in reference to Velocity Banking? I don't have a business, just a lot of business debt and personal credit. CreditWiz at investorpro.org. CreditWiz at investorpro.org. Okay. I'm going to be asking you some questions. Okay. Before we talk, I'll be asking you some questions. Right. Why? To get a better feel of what you need. How's that sound? Right. Do you teach how to sell buy property like you do with business credit? I'm actually associated with real estate investors. I'm a real estate investor, and we're associated with a nationwide team of real estate investors. And that education is actually where I got that from. I can get you connected with us. Okay, that's what I can do. Because we have instructors, and they teach you how to sell property like I do with business credit. Want multi-unit first, so look into Phoenix. Don't mind relocating. Just registered first business yesterday. Sounds good. Daryl, you're making me want to dance, man. That's great. That's great. Do it. Do it. Did I miss the packages? You sure did not. You sure did not. We're doing it right now. It's good to see you live. I just contacted you about consulting on home equity. Great. That's right. I did. I saw your email, and I believe I responded back. If I didn't, I'm going to go through the emails, William, and I will check that, okay? No. Actually, Real Inc., that's a good question. Will changing your business address, right, will that affect your business if you apply for business credit with a different address? Well, first of all, you got to make sure that that business address, okay, is listed with the Secretary of State, with the IRS, with banks, with any agency that you're dealing with, right? But to all your utility companies, okay, make sure they got the same address, okay? So that's definitely crucial. No, it will not affect your business because you'll be changing that address from your home address, from a UPS address, from your PO box address to a business address, and it must be a business address. It's got to be a real physical building where work is done. All right, and if you don't have one, virtual business. Okay, get yourself a virtual office. Yeah, Regus, I know of two. Regus and Alliance are pretty good. I would check with Regus first. Okay, Regus first, and if you don't like that, Alliance. Do you do mentoring? I'm in Phoenix. I'm in Phoenix as well. Yes, I do consultations. So what I'll do is you'll email me and I'll actually go ahead and ask you some questions, okay, and get a feel. That way we can devise a system that you can utilize yourself, okay? I'm ready for the one-on-one training. What does it include? Awesome. So for the one-on-one training, I don't do one-on-one training. I do one-on-one consultations, okay? If you want the training, I can actually go ahead and let you know about how to get into the training, okay? Hey, that business is going to be on steroids, Daryl. You're doing a great job simply by starting. What's the best way to get vendor credit or business credit? The best way to get vendor credit or business credit is through us, okay? Because these, yeah, I mean, I know that sounds kind of prideful, but I mean, we're great at what we do, okay? We have coaching and business credit advisors that will call you the first thing in the morning, all right, and let you know this is step one, this is step two. They'll hold your hand throughout the whole process so you don't have to be like these other business owners, all right, that are getting business credit within 3 to 5 years. That really is sorry. That's a sorry time frame, guys. 6 to 12 months is what we guarantee, okay, if your socks aren't blown off within the 30 days, okay. There must be something in the water that you're drinking, because this is going to be awesome. The best way to get business credit, vendor credit is going to be through us. Really. No, I'm serious. Thank you. No problem. No problem, Jibrick. Absolutely. Can you name starter vendors than the top 3? Quill, Uline, and Granger. Yeah, I can. For a fee, you know. For $3,000, those other starter vendors can be yours. Just joking. Reliable. Okay? Reliable is one. Write that down, please. And Laughlin Associates. That's actually the only two that I know off the top of my head. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. But like I said, if you're going to get business credit, okay, the best thing you could do is get with someone who already knows how to do it, okay, and who's already has the scars, okay, that that came with knowing business credit and a proven system. You can't beat a proven system, guys. This is what business owners do. Remember, there's a difference between being a business operator and a business owner. A business operator is working in the business. The business owner is working on the business, right? Okay. That's why you own the business and not the business owning you. Boom. Where's a site we can get business credit reports at a price? Whew. Where's a site you can get business credit? I tell you what, we get them for you for free, and we help you throughout the whole process getting you business credit. But you can pay $150 if you go through Dun & Bradstreet. So Dun & Bradstreet, yeah, if you want to do that, you can do that. Absolutely. You do accept American, yes I do. Yes I do, BPC. Absolutely. Yes. CreditWizInvestorPro.org. Absolutely. William, it's CreditWiz@InvestorPro.org. Before, it was another email address. Now it's CreditWiz@InvestorPro.org. All right? All right, William. No, actually, your business credit profile, that's actually going to be through our other system. That's for business credit. If you're talking about real estate investing, that'll be a different entity. Okay, so we want to make sure that we have those things separate. So the business credit profile will help you with your business credit profile, but that one is another entity, BPC. Hey, great question. Hello. Jersey's in the house, man. That's what I'm talking about. It's the Garden State. Delia, Santiago. Just got approved for Office Max card. How long should I wait until I apply for a credit card? And which one should I target? Ooh, that's a great one. Whew. How long should you wait until you apply for a credit card? I tell you what. This is how long you should wait. Remember that you need 10 payment experiences, okay? 10 payment experiences before you even applying for a credit card. So what payment experiences mean is these, Office Max, these ones that you're paying money to, on a monthly basis, or maybe you're paying it in full after 30 days, after 60 days, after 90 days. Remember that if you have those companies that are reporting to Dun & Bradstreet, Business Equifax, and Business Experian, you're going to have to wait until Dun & Bradstreet reports, okay? Until Dun & Bradstreet reports again, or Business Experian or Business Equifax, it doesn't matter. And then another company reports, another company reports, another company reports, another company reports, another company, another company, another company, and another company. Okay, you got 10 payment experiences. 10 payment experiences. That means these companies have reported that you've been paying early, right? Because everybody that's listening to me is going to pay early, right? You got 10 experiences, 10 payment experiences, 10 people that are going to make sure that you get that 100 paydex score because you pay early on your business credit, okay? And this is exciting, guys, absolutely. So wait until you have 10 payment experiences. That's when you can apply for the credit card. Which one should you target? If you've got 100 paydex score, target the no limit ones. I know Amex does the no limit cards, okay? Visa is pretty generous. Don't know about Discover or MasterCard, all right? So Visa, Amex. Visa, Amex. No limit. No limit. Become a no limit soldier, all right? Correct, I need them both. Perfect. Awesome. Awesome. So we'll go ahead and help you out there at BPC Invest, okay? That's great. Good job. Black, good question. I tried NAV, but they wanted my SSN, so I passed. Great. That's great. Why? Why did you pass? Why did this person pass? Why? because they want to build their business credit profile, guys. You don't have to give your social security number. Guess what your social security number is? Your EIN, okay? The business's social security is their EIN, the employer identification number. That's the federal taxpayer ID. Boom. All right. So, yeah, there are people that, and even banks, don't want to see your social security number. You know better. All right. There was a person, a credit repair person. She didn't know about this. And she was talking to someone. She said, yeah, you're going to need your personal credit redid because, or repaired because, you know, you won't be able to get business credit. I interjected and I let her know, I had to educate her. Hey, you can get business credit without a personal credit. And she actually silenced up, did the right thing, okay, went on about credit repair. South Carolina in the house. Hey man, is everything okay with? I know you guys are experiencing some storms, I thought. Or was that North Carolina? Five payment experiences so far? All right. That's awesome. That's awesome. You can get some revolving store credit now. Okay. Did you check your business credit profile? You can get the revolving store credit now. You can get fleet cards now. Okay. Now I don't know your situation, okay, but through our finance suite, we can definitely know for sure. But Bean, all right. What do you think about Dave Ramsey method versus bank velocity method? Thanks. The Dave Ramsey method is great if you're a consumer. Horrible if you're a business owner. Why? Well, because Dave Ramsey, if he focuses on cutting up your credit cards, cutting up your credit cards, cutting up your credit cards. As a business owner, we want lines of credit. We want good credit. You know what I mean? And we say keep your credit cards, keep your credit cards, keep your credit cards. Why? Because there's going to come a time in which you're going to utilize that credit to build your business. Every major business, watch this. Every major business has business credit. All right, every major one, they have business credit. That's just the world that we live in today. It's no longer 1880, you know what I mean? It's not 1960, you know? So we do need that business credit. Would you be able to build a business without it? No, not really. I'll be as bold to say, no, not really. Bootstrapping your business is how to have heart attacks, is how to increase your stress, okay? We don't want that, all right? We want you to be business owners and not business operators. Okay, I'll tell you a story. What if you and another person, you have the same businesses, have the same exact businesses, but you had the wisdom to get a credit profile, a business credit profile, and you've got business credit up the wazoo, okay, because you did it right. And this other business, they don't have business credit. If it should come time for you to sell, right? What do you think, or which business do you think would be more valuable? Which business do you think would be more valuable? Which one? Which one? Then you can answer it. The one with the business credit profile or the one without a business credit profile? That's right. The one with the business credit profile. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's the one. So, business credit is enormously important. What does it take? Dale has a question. What does it take to buy property from your business EI? Perfect question. You get the business, you'll actually put it in your LLC, which is what I recommend if you're getting a rental property or doing a fix and flip, however it differs in your state. Put that in your business's name, okay? And when you go to sign on the signatures, you got to put on there your name, your title. So your name and your title goes on there. So you'll have whatever your name is, like say Daryl, and then your title of that company, and then the date, of course, on the contracts that you sign. But you'll always let them know that, hey, you're actually not putting this in your name. It'll be in the business's name. So you'll have your business name on there. So you'll be a member of or CEO of whatever business that is. And you put that on the signature. Yep. I definitely will, BPC. I'll be emailing you back with the next step. Light rain only? Awesome, William. Glad you're safe. Hadouken! Awesome. Is this really live right now, bro? It sure is, bro. It's live. It's live right now. We're happening right now. Absolutely. This is all the way live, guys. This is the first time ever that I've done this. All right. So I know I did an awesome job at it. Okay, and everything. So I'm actually trying to stand back. Hey, no problem, Daryl. No problem. Each one reach one, you know. We've been in the dark for so long. It's time for there to be light. It's time for the light to appear. And it's appearing brighter and brighter each and every day. So we're over here and we're letting Joseph speak right now. So listen, what I want to do is I want to break in on this training. Is that okay? Can I break in on this training real fast? Because I want to show you guys what it is, a little bit of what it is we're learning. So watch this. Shh. I gotta be quiet.
So as we work the numbers and we show how that's possible, how that's doable, that's how we find investors, and that's how we raise $400,000 in 30 days, 32 days. So if it took $400,000 to do this project, and then we need to raise another $500,000 to do, let's say, a land development deal, I already know that that's pretty doable. Plus, we don't even have to necessarily come up with the full $500,000. If we're building business credit, we can finance part of that. So maybe we only need to raise $100,000, $150,000. Now, you know, if we've already raised $400,000, does it seem like a stretch that we could go out there in say the next 18, 24 months and find another $150,000 with the business credit we're establishing and the collateral that we already have? Like, we can collateralize this because we own it free and clear. We can collateralize the triplex because we own it free and clear. Could we? I mean, I'm not saying.
So the question is, at what would happen that would cause an investor to lose this? What could happen that would be a downfall where investors could lose their money?
That's a good question.
Well, if we don't have any tenants, is that what you're talking about? So there's no cash flow. If we default,
But that would be to pay the taxes.
right.
We wouldn't have enough to pay the taxes. Is that what you're referring to?
Right.
Because
I mean, I'm just saying that how do you lose it is if you can't pay your bills over a long enough period of time. But I mean, you see how, I mean, $115 a month?
That's just mismanaging the property, though.
Yeah.
Right. So as long as we cover insurance, and I mean, so as long as we're renting this out for at least $300 for the whole thing, that should cover insurance and taxes.
Yeah. Does anybody have a lien on this property?
No.
No, we own it free and clear.
The reason I bring that up is
That's awesome.
it would have to be a very extreme situation for anything to happen, for us to lose in this situation. If we could not rent either unit for $400, you know, total, I mean, which is the rarity of that happening would be, even in a downed economy, somebody's going to rent this.
Yeah.
For
Right.
even if we have to go from
3 miles from
800
U of
to 400,
Right.
we have to cut our rents in half, which is very unlikely.
Think
That
about where
would
we're
be
located.
doomsday.
3 miles from U of A.
Everybody would be
3
doing
miles
something
south
really
of
bad
us
at
is
that.
Davis-Monthan Air Force Base. 2 miles north of us is TMC, right? Now, this is a very, very desirable location.
Because we also get the question that we're like, well, you had 400,000. You could have went out and bought a 24-unit apartment complex, but most of that would be leveraged. And
Could that note be called due if
Yes,
there was a
there's-
downturn in the economy?
right. So the thing is, the key is to strategically build the business credit. That's such a huge factor in this.
Building business credit, as well as we've protected our investors by having this in its own LLC.
Yes, you do.
And then we have, so this duplex is in its own LLC. The triplex has its own LLC, right? And then all of that is owned by our parent company, the holding company, the Thousand Doors Project. And then outside of that, like each of the individual investors has their own business, right? So there's several layers of protection when you also add in insurance to that as well. I can't stress it enough. Real estate investing is risky. There's no way around it. But the complexity of what we've set up here has been specifically designed to give our investors we've mitigated as much of the risk as we can to give our investors hopefully a nice, warm, fuzzy blanket. They feel, okay, this is good. And this is not a fix and flip. This is not the sexy numbers of like, wow, we just flipped this and made $50,000, $100,000. No. This is like $1,385 a month. Like, yeah, that's great. And then you're like, I mean, that would be great if that was going to one person, but then we're slicing up the pie, 7 different ways. So then that, like, well then, so then that's not a whole lot of money. But think about this. So here's Bob. Bob, what do you have to do to make sure that on the first of the month that you're receiving money from this? I mean, what work do you have to do?
Just a few minutes on the keyboard, yeah.
Walk out to the mailbox and collect the check when it comes in, right? Passive income. It's a totally different concept than massive income. But so we've got a duplex, and we already have one side rented out. We're just going to get this side going after. The cleanup here is just going to be maybe a couple $100. This thing's ready to go. Some carpet here in this room. But this is just this close to being rented out. So we'll have that.
Oh yeah, we have
taken
the
care of in
premium
next couple of weeks.
real estate
We'll put that
investors
out
here
for
for you.
rent. The triplex.
So we're not going to fully rehab this thing.
No, because what if we do decide to do that land development deal? Do I want to sink a whole bunch of money into a structure that might be demolished in the next 2 years? No. So we'll just keep it going where it is. This just needs some carpet, maybe a little paint. We got to fix that one tile that's chipped in the living room. Out here, just got to do a little backyard cleanup, pull some weeds, treat the pool. And this thing's good to go.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
So I understand that you guys are trying to have a safe strategy with this whole plan.
And they have exit strategies as well, guys.
But what about like the return on investment, like percentage-wise? You guys pay all cash, and then the cash flow is, you can't raise that. You can only raise that to a certain limit.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, you see what I'm saying, right?
I do.
Yeah.
Now, if you look at this in terms of we've just sunk all the money in here, and now but we haven't lost access to it. Because with business credit, we're going to get lines of credit that we can use. Can credit be used interchangeably as you could with money? Yes. Yeah. And then can we collateralize this to get access to leverage more money? We can pull the money right out of this, that we can basically what's called equity stripping as a strategy. So we haven't lost any of our buying power in its current state, yeah. But I mean, all it takes is in the next few months, setting up some business credit, building the business credit, having a deal, fully pull the money out of this project or pull it out quick, either way, and get into another deal. So if you look at it from just the perspective of one single deal, it doesn't look like an impressive ROI at all. Mm-hmm. But if you look at it as the opportunity, we want to stay in this for a while and we want to grow. We have 5 doors right now, and we just have 995 to go.
Awesome.
Right?
Yeah, it's definitely a long-term strategy.
Yeah.
The other thing too is back to the equity stripping. Once when it's fully rented, all you really need is 3 months worth of
seasoning.
All you need is 3 months of showing leases in place, payments to actually start to pull. It's going to be a little more expensive, so that's why we take a little longer approach to get it as cheap as possible. But some other great stuff, if we want to build this whole thing, The owner of the next door, they gave us the option.
Well, it didn't give it to us. It did cost a little.
Well, yeah, it costs a little bit of money to buy that option, but he's excited about partaking in that. See, this guy, he's been doing this for a long time. But he's he's starting to think about not being so active in the whole property management aspect. I think he's 71 or 72 now.
Yeah.
And so
a
he's
retired
like,
doctor,
he's
ready
running
to-
around and doing everything himself. And he's like, you know what, I gotta relax a little bit. But he originally had, a similar ideas, wanted to maybe rebuild a new little unit back here or something like that. That's what he originally liked about this. And then we just kind of took it to the next level. But him being able to see that he could still be part of something like that, he thought, oh, maybe I could put something back here eventually. And then when we talked to him about what we were thinking, envisioning for this parcel of land, since he owned the property next door too, that's when we're able to get the option. And now it's the negotiations of, last time I checked, he was pretty confident with, he asked this actually, he said, how would that look if I were to join what you guys are doing, if I were to contribute some funds or something to that project? And he said, what if I were to donate a property? Would that allow me to buy in as some type of return? Which of course would. I mean, $140,000, $150,000 property. If you give us that should be equivalent to buying in for $150,000.
It saves you the trouble of having to go find
Right.
something, do the
Golly.
negotiating,
Right.
do all of that.
But since this is a little
it's
sub-company
not
too.
necessarily a donation.
It's
We calculate the
investing.
value
Right.
of the property and consider that's his percentage of investment into the next project.
So since this is the main company and this owns another company, he would ultimately just be investing into that little sub-company. So as our original seed capital, basically, they will ultimately act like us in going out and raising other funds for small projects, which will just be specifically, that's one way to expand. But of course, all those things will get voted on, and
Right.
we try to find the best option, because if we can go out and start another company, this company can go out and say, Thousand Doors brings the services, and they can go put somebody else's $200,000 together. Our original money investors, how much of their money's in that? None of their money is in that, and they're going to get a percentage off of something that they don't even have money in.
If we keep duplicating this project, we can
We just
using
keep
Thousand
expanding
Doors
it.
Capital.
as the 50%
Capital building.
owner in other businesses and bring in other investors.
Right. So that's
We'll
where
probably
Wise
we'll probably need to actually get 2,000 doors, but then we'll own 1,000 of those doors. So you see, I mean, this model is scalable. Is I think what one
And
of
I
the
think
things
that's
Ray
the
was
other
talking
thing too on why it's so important to get it right at this level, because there's things that we're putting in place that you might be like, well, that's not really necessary. You could handle it yourself. Right. Yeah. A lot of these things, we could handle the bookkeeping of this, by ourselves, but
But you
we
don't
need
want to.
start
Okay.
getting a relationship with a good bookkeeper and slowly start scaling it. You don't want to just. Sometimes if you win the lottery, they lose it because they don't know how to hold on to that type of money and slowly grow there. So as we start to grow it, the systems and people will get put in place as it expands, which is more the organic.
Right. Some of the concerns our investors had were like, this is a huge project. There's a lot of moving pieces here, and then you've got how many? 1,000 doors is how many families that you're working with, and different people, and there's a vacancy rate, and you're constantly churning through all this and reviewing new client. How are the two of you going to manage something so big? Well, it's because we're going to be the managers of managers. That's quite simply how we're setting this up. Is we're setting a system in place that's duplicatable, where we bring in other people to manage it. So he's talking about the bookkeeper. Am I going to make us a lot of money if I spend the hours going through the ciphers and making sure
A lot of
everything's
headache.
nice and neat? Or will I help us make more money by finding and brokering a new deal? Right? I need to free myself up of those things that I can now push off to somebody else and pay them for. And yeah, there's a cost involved, but that cost will be offset by the fact that I'll go out and make us some more money by brokering another deal. So I'm trying to figure out the wisest way to utilize my time is putting together more and more of these projects and deals, and then getting the support staff, so to speak, in place to manage all the different aspects of it. Beautiful. Other questions? Do you feel like I answered your question about the ROI?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just love hanging around with you guys because I learn more and more every time. I'm like, I didn't even know that you can do all this stuff, so that's so crazy.
You know, 5 years ago, I would have said the exact same thing standing here. It's like, how do these people do this, right? We took, Ray and I both are part of the Renatus education system. We've taken those classes, and from that, like, this isn't necessarily what we're doing here taught in the education. What this is we've taken about 15, I think was the count. We took 15 different courses on money management, finances, credit, as well as legal, tax and legal structures, all these different things that we've done, life insurance, and we've combined all of these classes into one cohesive strategy, right? One ring to rule them all, so to speak. This is how you build a real estate empire, right? I'm using a system that I've already seen. I'm tweaking it from, this is a model, this is based off of a fix and flip model, but we're turning it into a buy and hold model. And all we're going to do is continue to bring in, because after we put 1,000 Doors together, and after we've just acquired these, and I put the information out on Facebook, we have a lot of people that are like, hey, I want to get in on something like that. Now, before when I was starting, if I'm running around, I need money, I need money, I need money, give me money, give me money. Who wants to give me money?
No one.
Right? The sad truth is, if you need money, no one wants to give it to you. But
That's a fact.
but if I show that I'm established, so my initial investors here, they didn't invest in me as much as they invested in the system. So what I sold my investors on was a system that works, because not only are we going to do it, I haven't done this system. Well, this is the second time I've actually done the system, so that helps. But prior to that, there's plenty of people within the community who have set up structures like this. And so what your investors have to believe in is not necessarily you. They have to believe in you, definitely, but they have to believe that the system that you're using is going to work. And when you look at the Renatus community and you look at what they've put together and you look at all the success that people are having, it becomes a no-brainer. So somebody wants to get in. We've had, because this is our second project like this we've set up, we've had some of the same investors from previous projects come in again. It's like they just dipped their toe in the first project, right? They just put in maybe 50,000 or something like that. Now we've made the money on that project. They're like, and now we're like, that's a little project. Like, we just did a little scaled down version of this, and now we're like, now we're going to do something big. We're going to do something huge, right? And because we have a track record that says, hey, we were able to make you money in this situation. Now they're like, well, then I want to come in. I came in at 50,000 before. Now I want to come in at 150,000. They're like, awesome, great. And so here's what your return is going to be. Here's the goal.
Perfect.
What else you got? Any other questions?
So I guess just to make sure I understand. So in the beginning, you're
Beautiful
building it slow, and
questions.
then you scale up to get the return, right?
Right. So you start off with us owning what we have, right? To accelerate the debt pay down of all that debt that we'll get. Now, we'll get the money through business credit. Then we'll use the strategy of velocity banking to pay it down.
So what's the, I guess, criteria for, or expected, like, if someone's going to invest in you guys, what are you guys going to tell them their return is going to be? I guess, how do you predict that?
Well, again, this is a 10-year project, and so I mean, it works out to a little bit more than this, but to make it the easiest way
I'll
to
definitely
understand,
tell you, William.
if you
Okay,
come
I'll tell
in
you.
today at 20,000, my goal is that 10 years from now, you're getting $20,000 a month in net rental passive income from all the projects that we have. If this guy comes in over here for 100,000, in 10 years, he's getting back $100,000 a month. So his initial investment becomes his monthly net passive income
Exactly.
return.
It's real estate education
So that's how,
company.
because
That's what
if we
we're
go
known as.
down to the individual ROI per deal, it's not impressive at all.
Right.
Right? Because we brought in so many people that the percentages look so small, which is why we have to scale so big.
Right.
So,
Okay.
right? So if I just was trying to sell somebody on, hey, let's get this duplex here, split it 8 ways, and people are like, that doesn't make any sense. But if I'm like, here's our plan, because the next thing we're going to do is we're going to turn a duplex into a 12-plex. Either we develop this land or we just go out and buy another one, right? It makes more sense to develop this land because we just need to raise or finance or leverage $500,000 to build here. But then the value would be about 1.2 to 1.5 million in today's market value. Now we have a huge amount of equity in a 12 or 16 plex that we can then use to go buy a strip mall, that we can use to go buy a mobile home park. You know, whatever. This then becomes scalable, and then once you have that, then leveraging all of your assets together, you go and buy something bigger, a huge apartment building maybe. Like, so as you just keep growing it, and we can keep continually bringing in more investors, not in this business, but in other projects. So that's I'm so blessed to have found this education, this excellent group of investors. We couldn't have done this without the people who have come in and said, you know what? Yes, I believe in this system. And so not only can we do that, but I also think that you can, and you can, and you can. I really believe that you guys can do this because I've been doing this for coming up on 6 years now. But imagine where I'm at now. This is 6 years into it, and I've done 8 separate independent deals, wholesales and fix and flips with my companies, as well as now I own 5 doors, right? I have 7 businesses, right? This has all been thanks to what I've been able to learn and what I've been able to plug into in the community. So if you do the same, I'm not saying it's going to be overnight, you've got to develop relationships. How long does it take to build a friendship, a relationship? You guys all have a best friend or a buddy. How long did it take you to become best friends or buddies? Right? I've heard that it takes a year to build a year's worth of relationship. You know, it takes time, but invest that time in yourself into other people's. Provide value to them. During the time that before I was able to do this, was I the person who would run down and I'll go look at the property for you. I'll snap some photos. Let me see what can I do to help, right? Putting myself out there to help the different investors that are there, so that when it came my turn, when I finally learned enough to take action, I'd already proven that I'm somebody who's willing to do the work to help other people. So those same investors that I've helped have now taken their time to reinvest back into me. So I just want you to know that you guys can do this too. And I mean, we're so grateful. To God be the glory. But I want you all to believe that this is what you can do too. So if there's no more questions, God bless you.
I have a question. Where do you work?
Where do I work? Well, here, I guess. There, everywhere.
Beautiful.
I don't work.
That's beautiful.
Let's see. What's
Beautiful.
What's that comment? Do what you love, and you'll never work a day
In your life.
Right?
There you go.
So, how long has it been since I've held a job? 6 years. About 6 years ago, I actually had a W-2 and was working hourly, getting paychecks, and now I have 7 businesses and 7 streams of income. And so, if any one of them goes away, I still can fall back on the others. So it's definitely been a huge blessing to get involved in real estate investing. Good question.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks for coming out.
Great
everybody.
answer.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. All right then.
All right, guys. So you've seen it. You've seen it, guys. We're doing this. This isn't theory, guys. It's not theory at all. You know, we're doing this. So you saw his. You guys to see mine. Okay, that's up in the works. All right. You know, it's going to be done with excellence. I'm going to actually get you guys' input as well, and you're going to have a huge shout out once we sell it. All right, or close on it, and cash flow income comes coming in as well. So yeah, you guys are going to be a part of that. How many love being a part of something huge? You're a part of this. You see what I'm saying? So I just want you to know that. And you saw the education. You saw what we do. You see how he utilized business credit to grow his business even more, to scale his business even more. Guys, I want you to be a part of this. All right, I do want you to be a part of this. And that's why I get back in touch with you. That's why we're doing things like this. We want you to be a part. So look, we are done right now. I'm actually doing something huge right after this. I'm not going to tell you now. I'll tell you later. But guys, if you need any questions about what went on today answered, I can go ahead and answer them. Okay, this is huge, man. They got a duplex and a triplex. So listen, until next time, okay? Until next time. Monday at 7:30, I will be back on the air. You guys can definitely tune in then, okay? Make sure you invite somebody, okay? Let's stay ignorant. Let's not stay unlearned. Is that okay? Let's turn the lights on. Let's help people turn the lights on. Invite your mama. Invite your papa. Invite your wife, your husband. Invite your cousins. Invite them to see what it is that we really do as real estate investors and business credit advisors, okay? God bless. Have a great day today. Make today great. CreditWiz at investorpro.org is where I'm at. Please email me, okay? And if you're looking for a consultation, I'm going to be asking you some questions to get specific on it, okay? We want to turn the lights on, guys. So with that, let there be light. God bless. You take care.